to educate more islands, to put pressure on President Obama to step in, review the pipeline permits, and say no to Dakota Access. That's what our protest today is all about. That's right. Lee from Chicago just reminded me that this land's like, this isn't just a song, it's a great song, but this land is our land. That's right. All right, anybody got a problem with actually singing a verse? All right. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I was walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Put him on the spot. Very good. All right. Looks like our last group of folks is showing up here, which is good. That's right. All right. Yeah. So again, take a step back from the road here. They're going to be coming through. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's give our last pipe boys a big round. Joining me up on this makeshift stage that we built out of concrete blocks in beautiful clothes. I would. That means volume up. We gotta watch the feedback. We get some bad feedback. We go too loud, but can you hear me down there? Yeah! Folks, it is heat, it is humid. We do have some water on the black car. There's right on the edge there. The tailgate is down. There's a cooler of water.
4 bottles here.
Grab a drink. You start feeling hot or lightheaded, take a seat. Look for some of the folks that are in our yellow vest, not the ones that say security, but folks like Pat.
You've got feedback.
Rosie Partridge, raise your hand.
You've got feedback.
All right, now you hear me? That's a good sign, folks.
I got water bottles in here. Okay. Oh, you can keep that bottle. Water. Keep that water. Okay, take it, keep the bottle.
Sheree's going to kick us off.
Keep the bottle?
Yeah.
Justice for you! You are awesome today! I couldn't be more inspired to be here. You know, we heard today that we are the part of the prayer that's standing.
Yeah, there's 2 more in that bag. Just grab one.
And the power of prayer that he felt across this country and right here today.
And you can keep that bottle
We
too.
are a powerful witness.
Yeah.
Testimony to the
They're donated to Last Action, so I just didn't take them home. So they said, you take them, pass them around. So I did. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
This power and momentum is something that took a lot of organizing. It took strategic.
That was the precision pipeline, one of the contractors here working on the site.
They're here to represent we the people. And to tell President Obama he's got to act. He can't sit on the sidelines. He can't take to move forward. He's got to take a big move, step, just like we're doing today. Today, we are standing in solidarity with people from the state of Iowa, from the North Dakota and South Dakota, and from all indigenous nations. We are one of heart.
I have 1 bottle left in this bag.
Right here. This is Esau, folks. He came all the way from Chicago. Thank you, Adam. If we don't want it, if we don't want it, thank you, Adam and everybody from Iowa CCI. My name is Esau Chavez, and I am a community leader with the People's Lobby and Chicago Student Action from Chicago, Illinois. As a young person, climate change and global warming has happened at such a rapid rate during my lifetime. Climate change, toxic carbon emissions, and pollution affect us all. That's right. But they do not affect us equally. Growing up on the south side of Chicago became clear at an early age that I lived in a low-income community. It's made so clear that I live in a low-income community, things that we need like public services, good schools, adequate public transit, good green jobs, a safe environment are just not around seemingly because we are poor. The buses do not go as far as you need them to go. The train lines are not extended as far as needed, and train stops are much fewer and further in between than they are in higher income communities because we are poor. Why are there train lines going into the wealthy white suburbs when the nearest train station to me is a 30-minute ride in the city of Chicago?
That's bullshit.
Why is it that this pipeline is threatening indigenous people's land?
That's not cool.
It's eminent domain being used for big corporations, not the public good. Climate change and fossil fuel infrastructure hurts poor people and people of color first and worst. And that ain't right. Government needs to stop working for corporations. We need to put people and planet first.
Yeah.
We cannot let this Dakota Access pipeline happen. We need to put our foot down and invest in clean energy, not dirty fossil fuel infrastructure. I came all the way from Chicago with the People's Lobby to tell President Obama, stop the Dakota Access pipeline once and for all.
If you need a water bottle, there is one left in that blue bag.
We don't want it! We don't want it! We don't want it! All right, folks, I got a quick announcement to make. So our friends from the State Patrol have advised the last of our team here who pulled up at the last minute that they are going to be towing cars. So the folks that drove here have a decision to make right now, okay? And they asked us to make a public announcement, so that has been made. But again, we don't want it! Shut it down! 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 That's right. Okay. Very good. Wasn't this so awesome?
Yeah.
I want to hear from somebody else. And I like hearing from folks that drove away to get here today. Katie from Minnesota. This morning, and I'm putting you on the spot right now. Why are you here today, Katie?
My name is Katie Judy. I'm an organizer with the Land Stewardship Project. I come down here because our members know that the abuse of our communities by the fossil fuel industry has gone too far. As you know, it's not just Dakota Access. It's an extensive network of leaking pipelines and exploding rail cars and fracking sites that are exploiting our water. And where I live in Minnesota, it's frac sand mining, which is threatening to destroy our farmland and clear our beautiful, irreplaceable bluffs that we have in southeastern Minnesota. So we have a group of LSP members that are saying enough is enough. And they are standing up to the frac sand mining industry in their townships and counties. They're standing for their water, for their family, for their land, and for each other. And so we are so happy to be standing here today in solidarity with you. Because we know that from every grain of sand that is mined in Minnesota, to every barrel of oil that crosses Iowa, to every ton of carbon dioxide that is released into our atmosphere, we know that this industry has gone too far, and we are standing up.
They're saying gone too far?
All right, folks. So, a lot of people think that we're out here because we're just against this pipeline. That couldn't be farther from the truth. We all know that we were here because we are for people and planet. And nobody can tell it better than Dr. Canberry Shia. Which reminds us that a beautiful climate is worth protecting. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. And it's so sad at the same time, because as you're seeing, they're disfiguring our landscape. And as the previous person just mentioned, the sand removed from Iowa, the climate, the water pollution, everything, all of this relates. And we are not going to stand for any more of this fossil fuel. Keep it in the ground. 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 All right. So I want to hear from another person that's here today, Carolyn Raffensberger from the Science and Environment.
threatened by this pipeline, by the pollution of water. They are one of the great water birds of all time. They are a migratory bird that goes from North Dakota through South Dakota and Iowa, just like this pipeline. We want white pelicans. We do not want pipelines. I'm here because we stand together with Standing Rock, and we want Obama to deny this pipeline. His agencies have not done an environmental impact statement. He has not consulted with the tribe. We do not want this pipeline. They have not done due diligence. They have all completed construction. We have an opportunity now to stop it. It cannot be allowed to go on. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so I'm getting some good surprises today. Next up, so we are in Boone County, Iowa. Pushing the county supervisors, working with them, building relationships, is our own equal bird. Hey, come on up on stage.
Thanks, guys. I'm going to keep from falling off the platform. This is incredible. It's incredible to look out and see all these faces. So many people that I haven't even met yet. It's absolutely touching me to the core of my heart. We have been fighting this for many, many moons here in Boone County. And that you're here today means the world to me. Thank you. My family has been farming in Boone County since the 1860s along this river in the tiny town of Fraser. And my 2 generations of my family were subsistence farmers along this river right here. This river flows in my blood. And this river means the world to me. And it means the world to me that you would come here today, some of you from thousands of miles away is what it looks like, to be here and to stand with us, to be strong with us, and to say that you support our fight here as well. And we're so happy that you're here. So thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Come back, join us at camp. We have a camp here now, too. We have a Meskwaki camp that was set up over the last couple days. It's beautiful. We have room for people, and if you need a shower, you can always come to my house in town. So, thank you so much.
We don't want it! Shut it down! We don't want it! Shut it down! We don't want it! Shut it down! Said we don't want it! Shut it down! We don't want it! Shut it down! We don't want it! Shut it down! All right. April mentioned that over the last couple of days they built a wiki about there. Danielle Warren, she was instrumental in making that happen. I want to welcome her to the stage now. Why you've been fighting this black snake.
I'm an Iowan, and so I stand up for Iowans. I'm also a Meskwaki, member of the Meskwaki tribe, also federally recognized as a Sacky Fox of the Mississippi and Iowa. I'm also a member of the Thunder Clan. I've been fighting this pipeline for about 2.5 years with no recognition from the Army Corps of Engineers or the Iowa Utility Board of Native Americans in the state of Iowa. They've never been contacted. I made them aware of NAGPRA federal laws. We've never been contacted. I'm standing up because of this water. All human beings, all life, everything that grows in this great state of Iowa needs water. Our minds, our children, our crops, our land, all depends on water. Even the officers standing over there wondering what to do, they depend on water. Their lives depend on water. They might have a job to do, but I pray for them every day that they come to the right decision to understand that water is life and we all need water. If at least once today, could you pray for them and forgive them for they don't know what they're doing. They're still human beings and they need water too, just like we all need water. But what nobody understands is that the Iowa Utility Board is supposed to watch out for the state of Iowa. And this pipeline has no benefit to Iowa. It's a liability to Iowa. The only liability it has is it'll contaminate the water. It's going under this river. They told me it was going to go 80 feet under this river. They lied. They're only going 40 feet under. Are they going through the Jordan Aquifer where Ames pulls their drinking water from?
Yep.
Anybody ask them that question? Can they monitor the pipeline right under the water?
Nope.
I don't believe so. They don't have x-ray vision. They're still human. But that doesn't mean that they can't make the right decision. So as long as we keep speaking up, as long as we keep standing up like this and uniting, they can never stop listening to us. We're going to make a noise. We're going to be loud. We're not going away. We're still here. And that's what we want for our water. We want it still here, and we want it with us, fresh, clean, and protected, just like us. So what I am asking the governor, why won't you protect us for our clean water? What's wrong with us Iowans? Is that the same thing that's wrong with you? Being a human being that wants water? No. So be it. But we have to stand up for these rivers. Just like the blood of our ancestors flows through us, these rivers will flow through us as long as we are Iowans. And that's what I'm standing up for. This land and clean water. Earlier when I was walking around smudging people off and praying for them and hoping that they're safe, I walked by 2 troopers over there. I said, I'm just going to pray for them. So when somebody's praying for you, you don't say, get that prayer away from me. You just take it. You be humbled. And that's what you're supposed to do, especially an officer of the state of Iowa. They're to a higher standard, and to say that to an Iowa citizen, get that away from me when somebody prays for you. They should up their standards, and they should do better, just like the governor. Yep. But that's okay. I forgive him. I'll still pray for him and his family, and that he has fresh, clean water also, just like me and my daughter. So, I did build a recap at camp. You're welcome to go look at it and, walk in there or whatever. I'm going to have to take off pretty soon to Iowa City and rally more people to come.
Yeah!
So thank you. I'll be praying for all you guys, and just say a prayer for me. That's all I need. This is hard and I'm tired. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle!
The world unite! Let's stop the Bakken fight!
Protecting our water, our land, and each other. Yes, definitely. Sorry. Gotta get our signs out there. Yeah. We're also here to send a powerful message to President Obama, the Army Corps of Engineers, and all of our local officials to stop this pipeline once and for all.
Yeah!
That's awesome! Iowa and Chicago hooking up. That's awesome! All right! Actually, you know what? I just heard a rumor that the fellow from Texas, you're not going to believe this, just cruising through town. I was like, hey, there's a Bakken pipeline project going on. We're going to stop by. Come on up here!
Yeah! Texas in the house!
What are you doing here?
Hey. My name is Hannah. This is Thomas. We organized in beautiful Boone County for Bernie Sanders. We saw this when there was just 5 or 6 people in a library just talking about what we could do to protect this beautiful land. And we wanted to come and stand with those people because being from Texas, we're very familiar with oil. We saw Denton, Texas organize against fracking. and both that it was not going to be legal. And we saw the state come in and dismantle that. So it is very easy to break people apart when they're not standing together. We wanted to come stand with you guys because organized money will never beat organized people.
Revolution started over a year ago. Y'all have been fighting, and it continues on past who becomes the president in November, who becomes our state senators. No matter who it is, big money will not rule here in Iowa. It will not rule in Texas. It won't rule in Washington, and it won't rule in New Hampshire. We will not stand for this, and that's what today starts. So thank you all for your work. Thank you for continuing on. So that you and everyone across the nation have clean water.
For being here, that's awesome. So you probably noticed, folks, a tow truck just drove by. But I'm not the smartest guy around, and I'm going to talk to a labor guy about jobs. Ross Critters, come on up here. Hi, my name is Ross Critters, as Adam said. I'm a union member. I'm a union locomotive engineer. Unfortunately, that means that my job is part of fossil fuel infrastructure, but I don't want to see the future of my employment be that. Just like I don't want to see the future of these folks working here be a part of fossil fuel extraction. My message is, as a union labor member, we need to keep fossil fuels in the ground, and that starts by stopping the Bakken pipeline, by stopping Standing Rock and protecting our waters across the Midwest and in Iowa. That's why I'm here today. That's why my car is in this line. Some of you may have noticed the message on these cars. We've got letters on each car. There's 11 cars. If you look at it, it spells Obama, no DAPL. You have the power to stop this pipeline. You have the power to make the Army Corps of Engineers do the right thing and reject and withdraw the permits. Yeah. Obama, no DAPL. 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 All right. So next up, we all know that pipelines like this are not good for our health, but who better to tell it than an awesome nurse? Sherry Hawk, come on up here.
Thanks, Adam. I am a nurse, but I'm also a parent. And I'm a grandparent. And I cry every time I think about my grandson, your grandchildren, and great-grandchildren relying on an oil-filled river for their drinking water.
Not cool.
That is not right. No child should be reliant on polluted water for their only source of drinking water. Why? Water is life. Water is life. Water is life. Water is life. Water is life.
All right, Sherry, let's keep this speak out going. I love a good rally. Shut it down! My name is Joe Padilla. I'm from Chicago! I want to thank our Indigenous brothers and sisters that are here with us. You're underappreciated, you're disrespected, so everybody please do not disrespect their culture, alright? I like to talk about how water is life and how water is sacred to all of us. Because politicians are not seeing it as such. They don't see it as such in Flint. They don't see it as that in North Dakota, in South Dakota. They don't see it in Iowa. They don't see it in my city of Chicago, where we have lead pipelines, toxic lead pipelines that nobody is fixing. And that's right. We need to send a strong message to all the politicians, to our governors, our mayors, and our president, that water is life. Water is sacred. Everyone needs water. We don't want lead. We don't want oil. We don't want this trash crap that's coming from the Bakken fields, do we?
Let us kill us our car.
We're going to beat back the corporate attack. 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 Thank you. I love it. All right, let's keep this together. Let it go. Come on up here, Mike. Hold on one second. Quick announcement. Quick update. Everybody wave goodbye. Get you up the car.
Okay, it's my name. This is for the car team. Car team, please pay attention so you know what risk you are taking. You're going to be responsible for towing fees if you stay here, and you're going to get a ticket that is $200. So, make your decision now, tow team.
All right. That's right. When our planet's under